We have Mr. Shawn Meaike.
Can't see anybody. It's pretty funky. So they can see and hear us. We can't see them.
It keeps me, focused.
We can't hear them.
It deletes.
But I can see my ties all jacked up. I'm not going to actually fix it. That'd be weird. All right. Well, first of all, congratulations, Grady.
Thanks, Shawn.
So it was a big week for Grady. He got an integrity deal and got 2 full houses and 4 8s. So that was a big deal. Not very good at poker, but very good at getting good cards. But what I want to talk to you about really quick is integrity. I think, one of the things that people have asked me a lot lately is, am I too late, right? Like, hey, I've been in business 4 months. I had a couple the other day said, we've been here 2 weeks. Are we too late? And I said, let me be clear about what integrity is looking for. Integrity is looking for just massive, obnoxious growth, okay? So if you've been with us, so some of you, I love y'all, but some of you have been doing the same volume for a while or creeping up, right? As I sit with integrity and go over the partners that we have and the future potential partners, like for instance, Grady, there were other people that were like ballparking where your growth came so fast. So that's what was exciting. And by the way, you could work at like Trey Honeycutt for 6 years and kind of be here, right? And then boom, take off. So for those of you listening to this today, we, is it too late? I mean, it's never too late, but at the end of the day, and I'm going to share with you what I shared with some guys today in Boca. Grady was there and they're like, hey, congratulations, Grady. And I love the guys. They're great guys. And I said, you know what the problem with you guys is? And the staff was in there too. I said, when we started Family First Life, I was in the office 7 days a week. Just so you know that. I worked 7 days a week. I missed a ton of stuff with my kids. A ton, like a ton. I worked 7 days a week, 12, 14, 16 hours a day. The staff was there. Mike Sides was there on the weekends. I did not pay him, in fairness. So like someone wants to complain about it. I didn't pay him. I didn't have the money to pay him. We were in something together. We were working. We're trying to grow something. And we knew the only way to get ahead was to outwork everybody. So for instance, you're all in this same vein, right? Same ballpark. We're all trying to get a deal. You're all working together and always pulling against each other. But the reality really is all you have to do is go out there and outwork everybody. But we all want that. I said to this guy, I said, Chris, this guy missed more dinners with his family, missed more days. I missed more days. You haven't missed any, but you want to get ahead, right? You've not had to say no to anything. And by the way, I'm not talking to everybody because I don't know who's on this. I mean, there might be people who go like, listen, I'm just happy doing what I'm doing. And by the way, I don't begrudge anybody for that. I think if you do, then you're foolish. Let people do what they want to do. I think you need to let them be who they're going to be. But to get that $750,000 a month, $800, $900, $1 million, once you're there, you're in the ballpark. And what blows me away is that takes like 100 people writing business. If any of you, and I love y'all, if any of you recruited 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, and sold as well, whatever position you're in, you would already be there. The problem with most of us is we don't want to do the work. And when I say the work, as people would be like, I work full time. Like, you work 40 hours a week. That's not full time. Full time is like 80 hours a week. I watched my mom work 3 jobs. And believe me, she drove me crazy. Because she's in my house for a couple days. But she worked hard. And 40 hours a week is not full time. And that's a part-time job. So Grady, when I look at what you had to go through early to get here, it's easy to forget those things. How many times you were traveling, how many times you're away, how many times you never want to be away from your kids. I don't care what you say. No parent, I just don't. Even mine are older. Like, it's just, you're going to do your deal because eventually they just move on, believe me, and they move on and live their lives. So you have to ask yourself how much time I put in. I could give you 4 or 5 names specifically. I'm not going to, because I'm not shared it. I'm not said I was going to with people that I know for a fact that they work 7 days a week and put more time in, were less emotional about it, and more focused on their business. They'd be doing 6, 7, 8, 900. I know people on here that are doing 5 or 6 that had they done that, they'd already be doing 1.5. No doubt about it. There's zero doubt they would do that. Zach Twardowski said, what can I do? I said, stop thinking so much and work harder. You all have some thinkers too. You're busy thinking. I'm not that busy thinking. Like, the driver on the way over here almost killed us, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, keep driving just like that, right? Sprinter van almost hit the work truck. And I was like, that's exactly how you drive your vehicle. We need to get the meeting as fast as we can. We're probably not going to die if you hit something. She might have died because she's like in front. You might have died. I wasn't going to die. You know what I mean? Like, I would have got hurt. My point is, I don't have time to think. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to say, like, you guys, most people pause and rethink it and rethink it and rethink. There's nothing to think about, man. There are 1 million licensed producers in our space. We have 6,000, 7,000 that will write business this month. There are 1 million. We're by far the biggest company in this space, by far. Can you imagine what happens if we contract and we get selling another 10,000 agents? They're out there waiting. They're licensed, they're unlicensed, they're everywhere. But at the end of the day, you get no credit for watching. And that's one of the things that bothers me the most about it. We did this yesterday at WorkSpots meeting. I mean, full disclosure, WorkSpots meeting yesterday. I heard you were talking about it. Integrity's there. They're very excited about it. We need you to promote it. We're having some people come to the next WorkSpots meeting. I think we said we have Alex, Jordan. I know you talked about, we're still debating some other. We talked about Nina and Hayden, Julius, and we'll have more. And this was the criteria. Are you going to open an office? Can we help you with that? And secondly, are you promoting it? Because we know the structure works. You guys got an office and it took off. People all over the country get an office. These meetings are getting bigger. I'm in Baltimore with 320 people. I've never done a meeting in Baltimore with more than 70 people. Never in this company. Never. Previous company, never more than 30 people. Oh, they have an office open. They opened it 7 months ago. Oh, wow. They have dial days. Wow. People come in and talk about sales. Wow. They have training. They have a place where they can talk to each other. This program is going to work. It's working. You need to promote it. We need your help. We need the structure. Our biggest issue 7 years ago was, where is the local office? To which our answer was, you don't need one. You're independent. And you might go like, but where's the local office? Connecticut. We have one in Connecticut. Well, I live in like Wyoming. I go, that's not very close. You don't need it, which is not true. You do. We watched other companies and saw they're recruiting a lot of people because they have brick and mortar places where you can come in and you can go to work and you can train. We're opening them all over the country. We're flying to Atlanta tonight to look at a bunch of spaces tomorrow. We're going to open one there. We're opening a huge office in Utah and Salt Lake City, huge one in Orlando. And now we're doing 10, 15,000 square feet. The corporate office, year one, I don't think it was 1,500 square feet. Year one, year two, year three. Were you even ever at the old corporate office?
I went to the one that's upstairs.
You did in Gales Ferry.
That was the upstairs one?
Yeah, when you went up the stairs, it was like my office, a little thing out front, and then Mike's, a little tiny little place.
Tiny.
It must have been just when you started.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people would go, man, I thought the corporate office would be nicer. I go, we're going to lower your comp. We're going to make it much nicer. We're actually going to change the renewals, charge for training, lower your comp. It's going to be awesome, and have contracts. Do you want to have a better office? Like, no, I think your office is perfectly fine the way it is. See, our business model didn't, and by the way, that's how you should be living your life right now. I'm not telling you what to do. We didn't spend money on stuff we didn't have. Well, I needed, you got a boat. I asked a guy the other day, you got a boat? He said, I really need it. I go, Noah needed a boat. He needed an ark. You don't need a boat. Nobody needs a boat. You wanted a boat. I understand, believe me, I don't need one. At the end of the day, Grady, the things that were important to us were not those things we were spending money on, our name on the door and how awesome it looked, where we're located. We were working 7 days a week. I slept in the floor of my office 2 or 3 nights a week, and that's a true story. We just got done working so late, I just would sleep there. Mike, he goes home. He can't sleep on the carpet. I'd wake up, not to work. We were starving. And I love y'all I put in such a long way. I traveled 3 days. We were traveling 27, 28 days a month. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I did. But my kid said to me, them boys said, all those years that you were traveling and you missed everything has taught me and my sister a work ethic. But you did miss, because I did miss a lot. Guilty as charged first couple of years. I missed about everything. And I do it all again tomorrow. And it sucked. It sucked. Sleeping in places you couldn't, it sucked. It was terrible. But you had to do it. I'm an adult, and we had these people relying on us. So you're running your business. You don't have to do that, by the way. We've already done that. You don't have to go travel 29 days a month. You don't have to. You don't have to sleep in the office floor. You don't have to. But you want to build a business? You need to work 7 days a week. You can do it out of your house with a phone. You recruit from wherever you want. You have social media. Some of you are very aggressive recruiting. I like that, by the way. Some of you are not. I don't like that, by the way. Some of you work very hard. I like that, by the way. Some of you don't work very hard. I don't like that very much. Some of you let things get in your life that you can't control, that get in your way, rather you can't control. Keep it moving. So when I look at these offices across the country, I think, why am I not running to more of your people in these meetings? You guys have a bunch of momentum. You have a phenomenal platform set up. But at the end of the day, what we're trying to figure out is, how do we get more people building a real business? Again, I'm going to keep beating up, but issue K, 30K a month, put all your money back in outside of what you're going to pay your bills. Be humble. and don't take it personally. And it sounds like, but it works. And the minute you're talking about something that's not productive, I'm going to be really honest here. Like good news is I'm pretty like, I don't care at all. Some people are like, do you know what? I'm like, I don't care. The guy today is like, this person, and he wanted to switch teams. And you know what this one said? I was like, dude, I totally didn't care the minute you started talking about this. Like, I'm actually not hearing anything you said. And you know what this guy does? He does a lot of this. I'm like, I don't care. I don't even know why you're talking to me about it. If it's not affecting my business, I don't care. What can affect the business? Then that would be me trying to find a way to make it affect my business. That's not going to affect my business. Right now, though, let's be honest, right? Partnerships. You got yours. And is anybody else in your team in the process of getting a partnership? The answer is no. I know because I refer them. Not one. Massive team, right? Huge team. How much did you pay a month? 3.6 million dollars. Nobody. Not one. I'm not mad. I want you all to get there, though. I just meeting the other day with a group, same. They're not as big as you guys. They're 2 million a month, 2.2. But no. But then I had a group the other day. It's 1.9, and we got 1 and 2 more on the way. Like, because they're bigger groups, right? They have bigger. At the end of the day, somebody's got to build this thing, and it could be the person that started 2 days ago. Truthfully, they probably wouldn't have been this thing, right? What do you got to do to who's on this?
This is every agent. And
every agent.
Our whole team. Yeah.
The whole team. You could have started 2 days ago. Or you could smoke everybody. Go to $1 million a month. You do like Witcher did. Don't worry about anybody else in your way. Go do it. Could be the person been with us for a few months, knocking out 200 grand a month. Wants to go to 500 by June, $1 million by the. You could do it. You zero doubt. Nobody's waiting for anybody. But I can tell you when integrity goes, man, can you imagine, Grady? I got you. Let's say you were with us for 5 years, 4 years, and you finally got to $1 million a month. Okay, cool. But it's not like you were doing 100 grand a month, 8 months when you exploded. You just methodically added a little volume here and there. Do I really need to do a partnership with you? It's kind of crawling on its own anyway. I really don't. I'm not mad at you, but do I really need to go like, we need to give this person a ton of money for their business and a bunch of stock, and we need to do the best we can to get them going. Like, that's got to be our deal. Like, I can't do that. And Integrity's not looking to do that. So at the end of the day, what you need to do is grow at a breakneck pace. How do I do that? If you work hard, I promise you, this is the simplest thing you've ever done. But we get people that work enough. The guy I told today, I said, hey, bud, Grady, how many dinners you missed when you were running business? Because you weren't like right close to 90%. How many days a week were you on the road selling insurance?
At least 5.
At least 5. I know that because I was always like, he needs to sell more. And he was like, he sells 30 grand a month. I'm like, really? 5 days a week. You, how many days are we recruiting? How much are we doing? Are you recruiting all weekend long? Of course. Are you recruiting at night? Of course. Are you recruiting first thing in the morning? Of course. You can't get this big without doing that. You have to become addicted to helping other people. And now your new addiction, as you said, is helping other people. So now if we know that, how do we help more people get to where they're supposed to get to? But guys, somebody's got to put their hand up here. Do you have some people knock? Yeah. Do you have some people that like are in some kind of conversation? Sure. But you're not there. And for me, it's heartbreaking because I want to see you there. But at the end of the day, there's people all over the country and they're scratching, clawing because they want it so bad. Like I said, the guy today in Boca, I was like, dude, you don't miss nothing. You have a very balanced life, but they just don't write books and have success stories about guys and girls that were balanced. I'm glad that you never missed anything. Congratulations. You know, I always love when the person wants to tell me how good a parent they are. Dude, I suck at a lot, but I will take my kids at 17 and 19 and put them up against anybody else. I suck at tons, but I'm not, I don't think, I think I did a good job. And I didn't do a good job because we were balanced all the time. And I taught them something. I taught them. And at the end of the day, I taught them by showing them, not just bop, 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 bop. So this is not complicated. You got the organic growth you have that's present. Can you imagine if everybody issuing $7 grand a month went to 15? What if, what if outside of the people doing 40, 50, 60, they're doing a ton. What if everybody under 15 grand a month doubled? No, seriously, they all doubled in May. We're already halfway through it. What if everybody on here that's doing under 15 doubled? Forget, we're still hiring, we're still recruiting, I get it. But what if you doubled? That means you went from 4 to 8, great. 8 to 16, great. 14 to 28. But what if everybody did that? Because there's plenty of room. It's easy to get to 30K. You're going to make more money. You're going to be able to put more back into it. You are going to grow. It's always my answer. My first answer is always organic. And then kind of like integrity. Organically, we grow. Acquisition, we grow. My deal is both. Let's bring on more agents. Let's acquire. Let's help. Let's teach. But let's also look what we have here and what else can we get out of the team we have. And more importantly, how many people do I have that are barely paying their bills? You guys are a very talented team. That's part of the problem, I think. You got to get an edge about you. You've got to get a chip on your shoulder. You've got to care like you can lose this thing. And every 6 months, depending on when the stock goes up, there's going to be an event you don't want to miss next year at the end of the year. You don't want to miss it. We'll talk more about it, but I need some people on the radar, and they're not here. I love y'all, but we don't have any. And this massive team, you've done like you're stacking, you're doing your thing, but somebody's got to pop their head up and go, that's me. I got it. I can do that. And if you're brand new, it could be you, because anybody can do this. I don't care who, as long as you genuinely care about people. Not again here wouldn't tell me how old he was. He can't do it. But anybody else can do it. You know what I mean? But I'm being serious. Like, guys, we have to flip the switch here. Don't let this year get away from you. We're not even into May yet. What if for the next 7 months you get crazy out of balance? And people in your life go, man, you're working too hard. If the broke people said that, you're onto something. I don't talk about selling life insurance. You're not selling. You call people up and go over their house. It's easy. It's the easiest thing you've ever done in your life. Anybody can do it. That was my sales training. I'm like, and then when the light turns red, hit that other, like the brakes on the left. And I mean, seriously, because that's more important. That's harder. Driving is harder than the appointments. And then when it green, hit the on the right, it'll make a car go. And what I would say is, you think I'm being flippant. That's how simple what we do is, as long as you do it. As long as you get out and take the reps. So, Grady, I'm proud of you. Congrats on the partnership. Great pin, by the way.
Thank you, Shawn.
Did you wear this so we can match?
I didn't plan on it.
Did not plan on it, but it looks good. So I'm gonna let you close out. I gotta go train. So I appreciate it, guys. Please, somebody help. Please, somebody else on here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of you getting this deal and get partnerships for the next 8, 10, 12 months. So
Thank you so much, Shawn.
you got it.
Fired up. A lot of powerful words were said. One comment that I wanted to add was Alondra told us yesterday that at her previous practice company, she had to pay $300 a month for her office access at a 50% comp. So talk about an opportunity we have with work spots, with not only the coupons, but the office space we get access to also. So as always, thank you so much, Shawn.